Cracking, everybody. Buenos dias. Saludos. Uh, just kind of relaxing today. Uh, Healing up. You know, working the way we're working is it's rough. Anyways, I want to thank Spanx and Adam Mendoza. Both of them came down and helped me out a lot. I probably wouldn't have been as far as I am right now without their help. So we're almost done. Uh, Anyways, my thing today is about the Trump and Kamala Harris debate or conversation or whatever you may want to call it. Um, I had a subscriber. I guess he's been a subscriber for a little bit, and the last night we did, people asked me how I was feeling about well, the Trump supporter or Kamala Harris, and I had told them, hey, I'm not a per se Kamala Harris supporter, but or a Biden, but that I would pretty much vote for anybody over Trump. And then, uh, and I explained my reasons. It wasn't. It's a personal choice, right? So, and in reality, people ain't even really supposed to discuss who that they're going to vote for. But some of us, I got no problem talking about it. You know what I mean? So, this one subscriber gets at me and he asks me, so I don't know why you support Harris. The economy was good, unemployment rate was better, and whoop de whoop, and all this good stuff, right? So I went and did a fact check, and I pretty much knew what it was already, but I fact checked it just to be sure. And I was gonna respond with the fact check, copy it, and put it in a DM form. But I decided not to. What I decided to do was tell them, hey, check it out, man. Fact check yourself and let me know what you find out. I appreciate that you got at me respectfully, and but fact check it. Don't just tell me something without knowing what the truth is, right? But I didn't do all that. I just say, hey, fact check it. Let me know what you find out. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to argue with you, nothing. I appreciate you being respectful to me and, the way you got at me. Okay. So I think it was 2 days go by. He DMs me again and says, hey, give me a reason why you don't like Trump so much. He doesn't talk about the fact check or nothing, but he says, hey, tell me why you don't like Trump. Honestly, I'm asking an honest question. I want to give you. I want an honest answer. Of course. So I tell him the first reason is the division that seems to happen when Trump's involved in the politics. The country is divided. The division during his presidency, right? And if you remember right, there was riots and protests. And there was a lot of unhappy people. It was very chaotic at the time, right? And there was even a part where I forget. I think it was Seattle that they took over part of the city and barricaded cops out and then they had the shooting where that kid killed a couple people, and then went to trial and beat it. There was just so much chaos that I seen the division, and then I seen people disrespecting people, and it always seems to come from the Trump, the MAGA. Because I had a friend, her name was Angie. I've known her since school, since we were kids. And periodically she would get at me on Facebook and say, "Hey, Sonny, how you doing? Hey, what's up, man? How your brother?" And so we went to school together. And then she starts putting posts up about, well, if you support Biden, you're a pedophile. And I was like, "Hey, man, slow your roll." You know what I mean? And the insults got worse, but it wasn't aimed at me. It was just aimed at anybody that was a Biden supporter. And like I said, I wasn't a Biden supporter. It's just I don't like Trump. Me personally, I wanted Hillary Clinton in office. That's just me. I know a lot of people have a problem with her. I don't. And but anyways, to shorten this up, I landed up having to block her because the insults got way out of hand. You know what I mean? And I wasn't insulting her about talking about Trump. You know what I mean? I was just doing my thing, right? Voting the way I felt to vote. So, in fact, we weren't even talking about it. It was just she didn't know that I was going to vote Biden. So then later on in the conversation with the DM with this subscriber, I told him the second reason I don't support Trump is because when COVID jumped off, he lied. He got and said it was a flu, that it was nothing big, that it was made up, and he went through all kinds of drama. And in my opinion, he cost a lot of people their lives. Right? I have many friends that have died from COVID, and I'm sure a lot of you as well. Right? Because a lot of people did die from COVID. And I felt that if he would have been more truthful, that there could have been a different outcome, right? So that's the two reasons I gave to this gentleman about why I didn't like Trump. Then he gets on the comment section and he says, "Hey, I try to open up Sonny Boy's eyes and whoop-de-whoop, and I'm unsubscribe because voting for anyone other than Trump is flipping off the American country," right? Now, like I said, I really don't like to get into politics. It's not my thing. I just, I mean, my grandfather told me once, don't talk politics and don't talk religion. You're never going to win. And I know that to be true, right? But at the same time, when people ask me, I do tell them I'm not ashamed of who I'm voting for, right? There's so many more reasons why I would never vote for Trump. But it seems like it's always coming from the MAGA insulting everybody because they vote the way they vote. Now, there are some people that are voting for Kamala Harris or anybody other than Trump, and they sometimes go overboard. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say it doesn't happen, but it's far and few compared to MAGA. I don't look at MAGA like Republicans. I look at them as an occult. Republicans are something different. You have the Republican Party, a lot of them turning around and voting for Kamala Harris this year because they just want to get rid of MAGA. MAGA, that's their thing. That's Republican out of Arizona. There's a Republican Party, a group of Republican parties that are voting for Kamala Harris now, and it's just there's a lot of people turning on Trump, and because he seems to be wanting to be a dictator, and I don't understand why people just don't see it. You know what I mean? The lies, the manipulation. He talked about he was going to bring down the cost of living. He's going to bring inflation down by writing an executive order on the first day. That's not how inflation is done. That's not how it's fixed. Inflation right now, inflation is a world global inflation. It's not just the United States, it's a global thing. There's nothing really Trump can really do too much, or any other politician can really do too much to bring down inflation right now. That's a burden that we're going to have to carry for a minute or two. You know what I mean? I don't know how long it's going to take, and I don't know all the details. But I do know that an executive order is not going to solve inflation. They asked him, how are you going to bring down the rent? And he said, we're going to drill, baby. We're going to drill. Now, what does the rent have to do with oil? It doesn't. It's just things I don't agree with, okay? So to that person, you know who I'm talking to. I got no ill feelings towards you, and give you the utmost respect, and I hope you have the best life has to offer. You know what I mean? But if you think you pulling out or unsubscribing to me is going to hurt me or make me change my political views, you got the wrong guy. That's the one thing about me that most of these YouTubers won't do. I stand on me, on my beliefs, on things that I see, things I understand. I don't change because the subscribers want me to change. I have utmost respect to all my subscribers, their political views, and everything else. But that doesn't mean you're going to change mine either. I'm not trying to change yours. Don't try to change mine. Have a blessed one, everybody. Bye-bye.